Hello, today I'm speaking to Achilles Heel, an alt-rock trio based in East Anglia. We have Bryn, who sings and plays guitar, Jordan the drummer, and Josh the bassist. How are you all today?
Too bad.
Fantastic. Doing well.
Good. So, first of all, just for fun, Jordan, can you tell me something random about Josh? Josh, can you tell me something random about Bryn? And Bryn, can you tell me something random about Jordan?
Where do I start?
Don't.
Where do I start?
Well, something random about Josh. He is the lead supervisor at his local co-op.
No, I'm just there.
Head.
It is the,
Yeah, just there.
Jordan was at one point wanted by several police.
Yeah, for smashing my head on that speaker over there. We're actually in the same studio for this to
Nice
happen.
cover up. It's not as bad as it sounds, by the way.
I'm trying to think.
It does sound quite bad.
No, it was an internal thing for Steve. It was like more of a funny thing.
Oh,
it was nothing illegal. It was just funny.
No.
I'm trying to think of what I can say about Bryn that isn't incriminating. Bryn once threw a horrendous tantrum and locked himself in his mum's car because I shot him with a water gun while we were having a water fight.
How old were we there?
I don't know, like 18? No, I'm kidding. Like probably like 10.
Okay, fair enough.
And also, just to clear things up, the thing that Bryn said, I was actually, I can't say I was the person in the photo, but
For legal reasons.
but I was involved in the Hellstone Plague Doctor incident of last year.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that just sounds like a really bad thing to do for anyone who doesn't know that.
I know. Search it up.
The incident.
Yeah, I will search it up. And you're called Achilles Heel, so what are your Achilles heels?
Oh. Don't point. No, I'd say probably mine is just not being able to talk fully about my mental state and my feelings, so I'll probably bring it out through music this time.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is halloumi. I really like
Halloumi.
it. It's stomachache, but I really like
Can you
it.
tell who's the Joker in this group?
I can.
And mine is just loud noises,
Loud noises.
pretty much.
Does it sound like the best for being in a band then?
I mean, we make do with you.
Yeah. They
There
have to
was no
talk
one
with
else
me.
really.
We have
Just link.
they have to put up with you. So 2020, you released an EP in February last year. Then from September, you released a single a month, finishing with Running From, which was out at the beginning of this year. How on earth did you manage to do all of this in lockdowns and in the middle of a pandemic?
Well, so
with difficulty.
with
I think.
difficulty, yeah.
We sort of, a lot of the songs were written, or so, a few of them had been in the works since before COVID and that, but a lot of them were written during lockdown, and then when we could rehearse over the summer, we sort of realised that we needed to quickly put something together if we were going to have any new songs. So when we were allowed to rehearse, we came here to Pirate Studios and rehearsed what we could, and then went off to the recording studio, didn't we?
Yeah, it was quite an interesting thing because we realised that it was like sort of like an open gate, if you will, in the music industry, because there was so little being brought out because of COVID. There was just sort of an opening for us. So we decided as soon as we possibly could, we went to Blaze Studios where we recorded our EP. And we recorded 5 singles there all in 2 days.
Yeah,
About that,
two or 3 days.
2 or 3 days. And just hammered them out during that time. And then by doing so, we felt like if we released it as an EP, it would just be one thing that people listen to once, and that was it. They wouldn't have any sort of new thing to look forward to. Whereas if it was just a new single every month, it does seem like to the outside perspective, it does seem like sort of a money making thing. But we earn nothing from this.
Yeah.
So it was definitely more just like we wanted people to have something to look forward to during all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Some of your music is about the attitude of others, such as God Complex and Talking To. And then we have those that discuss mental health, Everlasting and Running From. To put you on the spot, can you each tell me your favourite of your songs and why?
PTSD. it's fun to play. It's just
You always insist on it.
yeah, because it's just fun. It's not difficult to play, so you can just sort of.
It was our first song we ever wrote.
It was the first song that me and Bryn wrote, like way before Jordan
It was like
even
2019.
way before we even knew you. Really.
Yeah, it was. Wasn't it?
Like we wrote it in your back garden.
We wrote it in my shed.
I was playing my bass through this
It was like busking amp.
guitar busking amp, and it sounded awful, but that's kind of where the tone for PTSD came from, because it's that kind of like
Gritty
kind of thing. Because it's before I had my distortion pedal, so that's where all the distortion came from, like to begin with. But it's my favourite song just because it's the most fun to play. Like
it's also quite memorable.
It's memorable. Because it's the first song that we wrote. It's always gonna It's got a special place, you know. And yeah, as I say, it's fun to play. Like when we played at gigs, the crowd sort of really liked it. It was quite a fast-paced, headbanging sort of song. So
yeah, it's good fun. I'd probably say that my favourite, I think my baby at the moment is always going to be Everlasting, because that was sort of an insight into what the future Achilles Heel might have. Because we've tried different things. We've gone like, you know, punk, rock. Recently work on acoustic stuff and everything, but like that is the sort of the dark aspect that we really a lot of the time started to strive for, and it had a lot of different layering aspects. Like, you know, there was a violin bow I was using on my guitar at one point in the song, really sort of Jimmy Page like, and those sort of little aspects that I really did love about the song. It meant a lot to me as well. It was a very personal song, so I think it's always meant something to me.
And I should say that mine, even though it's hard as hell to play, has to be Talking To, because, well, it's just the one that I go the most ham on, and my playing tends to shine through on that one the most.
We played it insane earlier.
Oh yeah, we did. Honestly, it may be hard as hell to play, but it's always so gratifying, especially when you get it right. It is.
If you could only listen to one album by another artist for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
I hate these questions.
Can we choose compilation albums?
Yeah, you can actually. That's a good idea. That's a good way around it.
Compilation, that's a good shout.
I know, actually. I'm trying to think here. It'll probably be The Second Law by Muse, or Songs for the Deaf by Queens of the Stone Age. Two cracking albums. I can't really pick between the two.
I think mine would either be, it's going to be Muse. It would either be Origin of Symmetry or Absolution, but I'm leaning more towards Origin of Symmetry just because it's a classic. It's a classic, you know. I have it on CD as well. So
oh wow!
We don't even need to. I can just play it whenever.
Crazy.
All the time.
I have to say that mine has to be the Brave album by the prog band Marillion. Flatly because it's pretty much their Dark Side of the Moon. It's got loads of layers, loads of different hidden things which you pretty much notice every time you listen to it. You know, it's a different thing, especially with headphones on. Plus also every song is just killer, and it's just the perfect album if you ask me. Can't really live without it.
Yeah, that was a hard question. I tried thinking of what my answer would be earlier, but I couldn't. So I'm glad I'm the interviewer and don't have to answer. But wait, what did you say? Sorry.
It's a difficult question, I will admit.
It is a difficult question. So I know, like everyone, you've had gigs cancelled or postponed last year. Can you tell me who would be your ideal artist to support?
Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah, either that or Muse.
Yeah, I mean, Muse have the showmanship, but Queens of the Stone Age have that sort. I mean, imagine how sick it would be to like jam with Josh Homme.
Just be near him.
Just be... yeah, sure. Nah, Queens of the Stone Age or like.
What do you reckon, Foo Fighters?
Yeah, or Jimmy Page maybe.
Oh yeah, good shout on that one.
And what would be your dream festival to play?
Anything. I just want to play live.
Yeah. No, that's actually a good shout. Yeah, anything at the moment. Well, we've been offered a couple of ideas for some festivals next year that we're looking forward to, but I think I mean everyone's dream is like a British artist is like to play like Glastonbury or like Reading and Leeds or something, just to see that massive crowd and people jump around to songs. But like I don't know, maybe something a little bit smaller. Like we live by to Latitude, and that's always been quite a personal thing to us. So maybe Latitude.
Cool, that would be cool. So, who is most likely to organise you all, arrange rehearsals, book gigs, etc.? That was an easy one. Who is most likely to spend all their money on something stupid?
Me.
No, me.
I bought a blanket that is a 2-meter blanket of a like tortilla wrap.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you win that one. Who is most likely to get grumpy and hold a grudge?
All 3 of us.
All 3 of
Yeah.
us. Yeah, no, actually, yeah. I think if anything, you and me most.
Yeah.
You're like.
I feel like though we don't really hold grudges in this group because it's, we are horrible to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, we are.
We are like.
I mean, here's the thing. You and me have known each other since we were like 2 years
Yeah.
old.
You know,
So like.
but I mean, we are just ripping into each other all the time, and I feel like if any of us actually held grudges, the band would have fallen apart about 5 minutes after it was
We formed it.
Yeah. No, but I'd say like you and me are probably the most grumpy people.
I'm very grumpy when I'm tired.
Oh.
I went to sleep yesterday. I've been asleep for over 24 hours. You can't talk.
You've been asleep for over.
I'm awake for over 24 hours.
Dude, wake up.
I'm talented.
Who you sleep all the way through the rehearsal?
That's what I do
Might
best.
as well have done.
See?
Who is most likely to leave Achilles Heel and go off and join the Backstreet Boys?
Oh, that'd be you actually.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll take it. See ya.
I wouldn't pick the Backstreet Boys if it
No,
was
no,
me.
no. I'd pick anyone else.
Fair enough, yeah.
Who is most likely to do a bungee jump?
Not me.
I think. See, I'm afraid of heights, but I like
I would push
adrenaline,
you.
so you would push me, yeah.
You're a bit of a junkie, really. When it comes to adrenaline.
Yeah. No, like I like adventuring. Like me and Josh grew up in the countryside, and we used to go out like hunting with bows and arrows sometimes. So we're quite used to
Yeah.
adventure.
Well, not like we wouldn't actually kill anything.
No.
We just pretended. I just want to preface that. We were also like 8, so they weren't real bow and arrows all the time.
Until now.
Bloody fugitive.
Yeah, probably me.
So, what's next from Achilles Heel?
Well, we've been rehearsing today for a particular reason. We basically we are planning on having a EP out in summer, so probably around time, and it's going to be because everyone's missed the sort of live experience. What we want to do for this EP, instead of having it like a basic studio thing, we're going to have it we're going to do it in live sessions, so you can get more of a live feel from us. So you can get that almost like the experience of a gig, but also so people can understand what we are like live, how more energetic we are, and a lot more. I feel like we can put across the meaning of our songs a lot easier through performance rather than just recording. So we are going to recording studio in Kent in like 3 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, you organise it.
I was organised, yeah.
Yeah.
I should know this.
I just-
About 3
I
weeks
just turned up.
for about 3 days time, 3 days of recording time, and and then it's mixing for another month or so, and then hopefully out June, and then gigs, loads of gigs
As soon as you can.
as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Yep, fingers crossed this summer some gigs can
I'm
be
really hoping.
ahead. So I think that's a good place to end it, with lots to look forward to, an EP and gigs hopefully. So thank you very much for coming to speak to me today. I will include, when I post this, I'll include links of where to find you and your music. And yeah, there's lots of stuff for the people watching for you to listen to on Spotify in the meantime, while we're waiting to hear this EP in summer. And yeah, thank you very much. I will speak to you soon. Goodbye.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.